What's going on with Michael Moore? He's ignoring questions or something you were telling me?
Of course. That guy, you know, who hasn't figured this idiot out already? They revere him at these fucking Occupy events. He's been trotting about the country, going to these various cities where they have these Occupy things, and he's a hero. He's a hero. He speaks, and they just look at him like he's Christ. Like he's fat Jesus.
Well, this is in his wheelhouse, let's be honest.
Of course. It's exactly his demo to sell his fucking books. And he beats the shit out of this so-called 1% when he goes down there and asks them to give. And at one point he asked them, hey, why don't they cough up $1 million each, these motherfuckers? And some guy said, hey, Michael, you're one. You're one of the 1%. And boy, did he ignore that motherfucker. And then these freedom of speech people just start trying to drown out the guy that was asking him, hey, Michael.
Right.
You know, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's
it's a weird spot for
that.
I mean, what is he doing?
It's not a weird spot. It's an exact spot he wants to be in. He's selling books. But he's a multimillionaire.
But I mean, is he donating money? Is he helping the cause financially? What is he doing?
Why don't people like him and like Jon Stewart, who I watched last night on The Daily Show, just lambasting this so-called 1%, who he is an entrenched member of? If you want to give more money, give it. Fucking fork it over. You're allowed. You're allowed to give as much money to the IRS as you damn well please. You don't have to give just what they tell you.
Right.
So give an extra $1 million. That'll help somewhere down the line. But me personally, I don't feel like giving anymore. I feel I'm doing my share. That's my opinion on what's going on. And legally, I'm doing everything I can, but I don't want to give more. If they want to preach that this bastard 1% isn't doing enough, you're part of it. Give.
How about
give till it hurts, fat man.
How about giving away half your wealth? You're right.
Go ahead.
Because they're in a place where half their wealth, they would still be very, very comfortable.
Yep.
How about that? If you're that for the cause, how about saying no more fucking private planes, no more first class? Any money I would go in first class, I'll fly in coach and give the rest to the government.
There you go.
Feel free.
It is strange when these celebrities show up. It's like, I'm here to support you, and they all look at him like they did it to Russell Simmons too. Like, what? You know how rich you are?
But Michael Moore, they revere him, and because he comes across like, hey, I'm just the ordinary guy from Flint, Michigan. Look at, I'm against the fucking system. He is the fucking system.
You think he's on private jets when he goes from one Occupy to the next?
And the guy brings it up. The guy that was...
We got the clip. You wanna hear it?
Let's hear the clip. Because first of all, he can't fly fucking coach. That fat fuck could not squeak himself into a coach
but he
seat.
could afford the 2 seats.
Well, that's true.
And first.
Well, I'm trying to ask the most richest people of the world on the 400 Club, man, to donate $1 million a piece on it. Well, at least ain't nobody asked them yet, so we saying they automatically.
All right, I'll repeat that.
Somebody asked them, we'll sure appreciate it.
I'll repeat that. Thank you.
I sure appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. What he just said is very good. What he just said was that the richest 400, we know about them, right? Yep. They have more wealth than 150 million Americans combined. All right? 400 people. And
I think what he's trying to do is say, look, my level's not the problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's what a lot of these guys do. My level's fine. This should be a fine level. We're talking about the people above me.
You know what? They're not talking about that.
But that's how they
try to justify it.
Well, that's how some of these guys are trying to justify it. I'm sure that's how Jon Stewart justifies it. It's like, no, this level's fine. This isn't greedy right here.
Yeah, please.
We're talking about the people above me.
Well, everyone standing there isn't, because he's firmly one of the 1%.
But that's what he's saying.
Oh, that's what he's saying.
Yes.
Yeah, but even the people that are protesting aren't saying that.
Oh, I understand,
yeah.
but he's already saying that with his little speech here because he knows that
he knows what's coming.
He knows there's eyes on him going, what the fuck, Michael? You know?
Yeah.
You're kind of that 1% they're talking about
he's
here.
Exactly the 1%.
Why does he point out the fact, though, that, like, and I agree with Michael Moore on this point, like, him, Jon Stewart, these guys earn their money through doing what they do, but they're not fucking asking the government to, I guess, pay things out and then taking giant pay. Like, they're not doing the things that the bankers. No, I know. I'm talking about the bank, not you. I'm talking about the bankers.
Oh, I know.
The ones who I have a problem with are not these guys. They're not guys who make a lot of money. I don't care if you make $1 billion. I don't have a problem with fucking guys who make $50 million a year. it's only the ones who make it a certain way.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But do you understand these people in these parks don't look at it like that?
No.
They're looking at people that just have carved out a nice living for themselves as being evil, and anyone with more money than they have is bad, and that should be divvied up in some way, shape, or form through higher taxes and whatnot. And believe me, you're just as evil to them, Jimmy, as the fucking bankers.
I would hope so.
You're just as bad.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, you want to hear about the shit monster?
What?
Remember I said that supposedly they're sending some of the dregs down to these places?
Right.
Finley from Manhattan. Finley. Hey, man. Hey.
Yeah, I'm a fireman on the Lower East Side.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, we sent the shit monster. You guys know about him. I was going to send him in for the homeless shopping spree.
Yeah, we could have had the shit monster for the homeless shopping spree.
Oh.
We never had the shit monster for the homeless shopping spree, right?
No, you didn't, because the lawyers
shut it. Yeah, they shut it down, whatever. But there's a homeless guy known as the shit monster, and Finley personally sent him to Zuccotti Park to hang out.
What does he do? What does he do?
He
Shits himself?
But let me just, as soon as you touch him and try and take him to the hospital, as like a defense mechanism, like a skunk, he shits.
Oh, that's right.
He shits himself.
That's right. I forgot about that part. Yeah.
So then you don't want to touch him. You don't want to deal. But I didn't send him down there because I want to fuck with them. Well, maybe a little bit. Mostly because I don't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
So he knows, hey, I go down there, I get free food, lodging, people hand me out stuff. And he went, and I haven't seen him since.
Now, did somebody tell him that and he actually listened without shitting?
Oh, no, this is after he had shit himself. And I finally said, hey, fucko, listen, don't you know what's going on downtown? They're giving out food, they're giving out shelter, they're giving out water. Go down there. You can hang out. You could do whatever you want.
Fucking the shit monster. Wow. How many times? He must just stink.
It's great that he's got a name.
Dude, he leaves puddles of shit on when he shits. It seeps through.
What the fuck is he eating?
It's a great defense mechanism.
He doesn't. He just drinks. All he does is drink.
Oh,
wow.
He's got fucking alcohol shits.
They're not healthy?
Wow. That's a good one.
There you go. The shit monster might be at Zuccotti Park. Thanks to Finley.
Hey, go see him. Celebrity.
And really fast, Brian in Philly. Brian.
Hey, good morning, Opie, Anthony, Jimmy.
Hi, buddy.
Hey.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, how you doing? Philly has a hardcore homeless population. They're basically professional homeless, insane people. They just will refuse any kind of help, shelter, assistance, or anything. They live in tents outside all year round, either like by the library or the art museum or under the Vine Street Expressway or whatever. And they also, like whenever anyone is giving out anything for free, they just know. They kind of gravitate toward it like ants to a picnic. I used to be homeless myself in like 2006, but I went through the shelter system, and there's a few people that kind of are there legitimately because they, made bad decisions or lost their jobs or whatever. But most of them are just, they're just insane.
Yeah, filthy fucking
and
bums.
they know where the free food is, so it's not really helping the cause because you got a lot of people going down there that they don't want to join the cause. They just want the free eats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like when I was in the shelter, like people would come back at the end of the day or whatever, and everyone would exchange information on like who's giving out the showers, who's giving out the clothes, who's giving out the food, and they just know, and that's really all they're there.
Yeah, I think we were saying that the other day. There's a whole network with the homeless, and the word gets out where, like you said, where the stuff they need is happening that day. So. And right now, man, it's a gold mine. Every day, you're guaranteed to get a free meal if you go to one of these occupies. So, thanks, Brian.
No problem. Have a good one.
All right, back to the Michael Moore clip.
Yeah.
And this man, Thomas, is requesting, and I think it's a very simple request, would each of these 400 just give back $1 million each?
How about $1 million of your $50 million? How about $1 million of your $50 million?
Yeah, supposedly he's worth $50 million.
Of course, that's not even beyond the realm of possibility, of course.
So why doesn't he start this? That would be a great story.
A great start.
Michael, you start this.
You start.
And show how easy it is to do. Because if you're worth $50 million, that's an easy thing to do.
Yep.
That's right. But I don't like the fact that he's not differentiating the top 400, it's like, I'm jealous that they have a lot more than me, but there are people that are extraordinarily wealthy that really did earn it and not on the backs of scumbag moves with the government. There are people who have legitimately just fucking invested and made their money.
Michael Moore would be giving up about 2% of his wealth, I guess, right? If he did that, a lousy 2%. So fucking.
Hey, what about it?
So start this, Michael.
Come on.
And see what other celebrities would join in.
I love that somebody fucking started yelling that out. Love it.
Yeah, and they're
Call
right.
him out.
50 million. How about $1 million of your 50 million?
They spend that on lunch.
And he's walking away.
Is he?
Yeah.
But listen, I know they.
He wasn't expecting
Thank you so much for
that.
all you've done. Thank you. I love Portland. Thank you.
Yeah,
He starts walking away.
that's annoying. It's like he should have addressed that. Why didn't he address that?
Yeah.
Why didn't he address it?
He didn't address that.
No. No.
Right.
Please make way for him up these stairs.
Michael.
Please make way.
How much your own $50 million are you going to donate to Occupy PDX? You don't want to answer that? Aren't you part of the 1%? Aren't you part of the 1%?
He should at least answer the guy.
No.
That's terrible. That looks terrible.
He should have had an answer for that.
Hypocrite.
Who is the 1%?
Selling books.
Where does the 1% start?
1% starts at anyone making more money than these fucking assholes.
Yeah,
Believe me.
But is there a number?
I don't know.
Of how much you're worth? That you're part of the 1%?
It's the 1% of the country that
Is Michael Moore the 1%?
Oh God! If you're making
Yes.
you're worth $50 million,
Yes.
yeah. Sure,
Yes.
I think so. Or you'd be considered by then. the
And
1%.
1% is a figurative thing now. It's not technically the 1% anymore. It's become this thing that's a dirty word for anybody that has made money and has more than, the average person in this country. They consider them the 1%. Blow me.
He really should have had an answer. He should have assumed that maybe
He has an answer. Buy my book.
someone would get to him and ask him some tough questions, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going into that territory. Holy shit, you better be prepared.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
But he knows
Down there.
He knows it's it's his own crowd. You might get one or two people that'll blurt shit out like that, but then the crowd starts turning.
One guy is all it takes.
And yelling.
One guy is all it takes.
Well,
now there's clips everywhere.
That's
crowd.
true.
And now he looks kind of stupid.
He looks really stupid because he's not specifically saying they should go after the people that fucking took money from the government, took our money, and then took these giant payouts. Those people should have the payouts taken back by force, and they should just be fucking smashed in the street. Like, those people should be violently have the money taken back from them.
Right.
But not just because you earn money.
Those guys are like the half of the 1%.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know what I mean? That number is a lot lower than 1%.
Is that true?
What?
The 1%? In 2009, it took just $343,927 to join that elite group.
What, making that a year?
Yeah, it says the average made $960,000 a year. I think that's annual income, yeah.
Annual income, $345,000, let's say, and you are part of the scumbag 1% elite, not doing anything percent. Fuck you.
So Michael Moore is absolutely part of the 1%.
Yeah.
So
Weight-wise, he is, too.
So, so Michael Moore, you should be giving up your $1 million if that's what you want.
Come on,
the 1%ers to do.
Can you imagine the amount of press
start it.
he would get if he did that? If he took $1 million of his money,
right,
and said but he wouldn't because he's just going to give it to the dumb government.
Yeah,
these dummies.
He knows that.
But if he did that,
but he should do that, Jimmy. You know why? Because I think Ant was mentioning this is good for his business. He'll make that money and more.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure he's filming. I'm sure something will come out.
Yeah, believe me, he's going to document.
Whether it's a
this
book,
shit.
a TV show, a movie, he's going to make a lot of money off the Occupy movement.
Yeah,
he absolutely will.
Yeah, why not just cover costs on the next documentary, and take no money from it?
Right.
Pay your costs and then take no money.
Give the $1 million away. That would be a great start to your movie. And then go around with your dumb fucking camera talking to other celebrities, seeing if they're going to give up their $1 million. It's
great.
And then you could take your stupid bullhorn and yell at buildings again.
Douchebag.
That's when he lost me. Really? You're yelling at buildings through a bullhorn?
Yeah.
I understand how it's symbolic, but, That's not too brave.
He did something else too that was really weird with the.
I kind of like his movies in general.
Yeah.
I really do, but
taken as entertainment.
But then he gets kind of douchey.
Not as his.
What was it? The Cuba one where you might have saw another boat 10 miles away that he was yelling at. I think that might have been one of them.
Yeah,
Cuba.
He was getting close to Cuban waters or something.
Yep.
Help me out.
I think.
Was that it?
Yeah. Was that in? Sicko?
I think that was a Sicko. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to take the guy for health.
But
care.
he's yelling at the boat like they could possibly hear him, but it was obviously for his film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, taking him for health care.
Right.
Stupid. It's Cuba Gooding Jr. or something, you know.
Whoa.
Make way for the 1%. $50 million Michael Moore. Here he comes.
Michael, we love you.
Make way for the 1%. Hey, Michael, you flying the corporate jet back? Huh? Your own private jet?
Who's paying you? Who's paying you? Who's paying you? Who's paying you? Who's paying you?
He's trying to get a chant going.
Yeah.
Instigator. Who's paying you? Who's paying you? Who's paying you?
So much for free speech. So much for free speech, right?
Who's paying you?
So much for free speech.
At least they weren't yelling pervert at him. 'Cause that'll make you move, man.
But the guy.
That's what they do. That's
what
their
a prime
tactics.
example of what hypocritical douche fucks they are. This guy's got his fucking shit to say, and they just try to drown him out because your hero, Michael Moore, is using you to sell books.
You should be listening to all voices.
Yeah.
Those people should be all about that, right?
And the guy wasn't saying anything that isn't true.
And they should be questioning Michael Moore. They know he's worth, I mean, some say $50 million. Most of the people down there know he's very well off.
Sure. Oh, but he's just one of them at heart. Yeah. Fuck him.
Yeah, that really is annoying.
Can take the
It is,
corporate
huh?
jet.
Extremely.
It's great.
And if Michael Moore would have turned around and said, "I've never flown a corporate jet in my life,"
Maybe that's not true though.
but but if he had an answer,
Yeah.
or something like that, but you can't just walk away from that
Try to
stuff.
shut him down, but no, couldn't. Good.
So,
Hate that.
man, I don't know how this ends. I mean, I said the other day, I think a murder will end it.
Yeah.
I think a murder in Zuccotti Park's going to end the whole thing.
A freezing death of
And
somebody that isn't just, some homeless.
And people are
Boom.
getting more and more uptight down there as the days go by and the weather
Yeah.
gets colder. So I think that's how it ends. But this thing is in every city now, man.
Yeah.
How the fuck you end this?
I don't know. Yeah, it's. I think you're right though. A death,
Yeah.
some type of tragedy.